Crypto.com Visa card, a metal card, powered by
They would have
crypto.
a commercial on here, huh?
Crypto.com Visa card.
Jesus. Sorry about that, fam. Let's get this music back in here. There we go. All right, good evening, everyone. This is Financial Literacy 101, and we're going to briefly go over some of the 100 most popular stocks. I know there's a lot going on in the world today. We got the pandemic here in Texas. Yesterday we fully got our power back on. So essentially, in some parts of Texas, there are still a lot of people without power, but nonetheless, we still have to talk about this money. So without further ado, let's get right into the stock review. And as you can tell here, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start off with the 100 most popular stocks on Robinhood, and stocks that I believe you should already be invested in as part of your portfolio. That is essentially part of your ETFs or your index funds is Apple. So let's talk about Apple very quickly. We know that in the present past, last year, Apple did, I believe, a 4-to-1 or 5-to-1 split, if I'm not mistaken. So over the past 5 years, Apple has been up $446. The past year, 62%. The past 3 months, 10%. The past month, they've been down slightly less than 0.20%. And then the past week, they've been down 4%. And then today, pre-market and aftermarket, totaling around 0.3%. So not that well, but nonetheless, Apple is one of those stocks that you absolutely should be invested in. As you see right here, ladies and gentlemen, I have 10 shares of Apple. As you can see right there. And my total return is only $21.92 at a horrible 1.7%, as you see here. But Apple is one of those stocks that you have to continue to think about long term. And when you talk about dividends, you're not really getting nothing as far as dividends is concerned when it comes to Apple. Apple's dividends are only 0.62%, which is pennies on a dollar. I want to say it's probably about anywhere from 5 to 15 cents. But again, Apple is part of that 100 most popular stocks. There are hardware and software tech giant, and I believe it's worth investing in. The analyst rating right here on Robinhood has a buy of 71%, a hold of 22%, and a sell of 7%. And we can probably get into the bears and the bulls are saying, but I don't think that would be profitable for you. So again, if you don't have Apple in an individual stock, or if you don't have Apple in an ETF or index stock, I think you'll be losing out. Good evening, Diamond Wilson, and good evening, Brother Man. He said, Brother Man, see, I have to talk about that money. Because here's the thing. I mean, there's a lot of things going on YouTube. There's a lot of things going on Facebook. And if you notice, a lot of conversations on the rise. People are still talking. You know me, I talk about white supremacy. I talk about politics. I talk about economics. Sometimes I even talk about relationships. But we have to stay on this money, because at the end of the day, this is what you need to feed your family. This is what you need to feed yourself. This is what you need to essentially progress in life, especially in a capitalist society like America. So it's important that you invest and continue to invest no matter the market. Now, one of the stocks I may be talking about today is Bitcoin. I've been releasing a lot of things about Bitcoin, and we understand that's not part of the 100 most popular stocks. But Bitcoin is blowing up, and you would be a fool not to be investing in Bitcoin as well as some other popular cryptocurrencies. Okay, what we have on the map today, we have one of my favorites, but I'm not doing so well right now. I'm down almost $6,000 with Tesla option. I'll show you that very quickly here. So let's look at Tesla. If you guys are not investing in Tesla, again, this is one of the companies long term you should be investing. And a brother like myself, if you look right here, ladies and gentlemen, let me make sure you can see this very quickly. That might be a little bit small on your screen. Let me see if I can blow this up. Right there. That's as big as I could probably get it. I'm dealing with one screen today. I do apologize. I'm in my living room and not in my office. All right. But we can tell right here I'm up 84%. 84% is astounding. It's phenomenal because usually my threshold where I want to be is at least 20% above current market ratings. We know that traditionally most stocks you essentially, again, anywhere 7 to 10%. But when you're doing 20%, you're doing excellent. Okay. If you're doing 20%, you're doing absolutely excellent. If you're doing anything over 20%, believe me, you are banging. You are hitting the mark. Okay. So right now I'm doing around 84%. My total market value when it comes to Tesla is $3,900. Okay. And today's return was down $24. Now, granted, I have to point this out. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. On my option, I am down $6,200. I invested $7,000 in an option for a call of Tesla, $852, and this expires March 5th. And for you guys who wants to know a little bit more about option trading, head over to rawsworldfinancial.com. That's rawsworldfinancial.com and become a member, and you can set an appointment with me and I can walk you through how to make some good money off of options. But as you can tell, I like to show my business. I like to show my work because then again, that is where I'm reputable for. And again, we're going to go over my portfolio so you guys can see. Okay. So again, you got some Bitcoin news here. I know that the screen is slightly cut off, but again, ladies and gentlemen, Tesla is part of the 100 most popular stocks on Robinhood. And it's a reason for that. You should be investing in Tesla, Apple, Amazon. I won't really say I'm kind of teetering when it comes to IBM and Microsoft, but you should be looking into AMD. I have a call in AMD, but a lot of my options are not doing very well right now, but people keep telling me that the market is up. I'm like, well, options are not up. Okay. At least my options are not up. Okay. So let's move along. Who else do we have in the chat today? For all you guys joining, please say hi. Please put B1 in the chat. And essentially, you know, I forgot one most important thing that I love to do before I get right into the stock review. You got to start this thing off right, man. All right, now that that's handled, we're going to get in back into these 100 most popular stocks. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to go over 100 stocks, okay? I'm not going to go over 100 stocks, but I'm going to go over some ones that I believe that could be good investment. And I will go over some ones that are not good investments. That's very important too, okay? So let's quickly look at AMC. Oh, AMC. We know Wall Street Bets has killed this stock along with GameStop. So over the past 5 years, AMC has been down 72%. The past year, down 19%. The past 3 months, up 82%. The past month, up 86.5%. The past week, down 4.6%. And then today, they were up around 4%. Okay, and a lot of you guys know AMC is entertainment with movies and theater. But look at their dividends, 11% on dividends. Okay, we might have to go look how much their dividends pay out at a stock around $5. Believe me, it's not going to be as much as you think. All right, so let's head over to Market Watch and let's see how much are the dividends for AMC. Let's head over to Market Watch. Give me 1 second. We're going to look into this very, very quickly because I didn't know the AMC. I think I forgot about how high their dividends were, but at the same time, I knew that the dividends are not going to be that much. So we're going to look at this together. Yeah. Again, see, I have a video that I did a couple of years ago, how I broke down how to calculate your own dividends, or you can just go to websites like Market Watch and that will show it for you. Okay. So here it is right here, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know why they're not sharing this screen particularly. Give me 1 second. Let me see here. I'm going to share this tab with you guys. Here we go. All right, there we go. So as you can tell right here that the dividends on AMC is only 3 cents. Is that worth your time and money? I'm going to say no. It is not worth your time and money. That is not worth your time and money. So with my opinion, when it comes to AMC right now, I wouldn't even touch it. I would not touch AMC. I will not touch GameStop. I simply will not do it. The volatility, the way they've been trying to balance and short squeeze these stocks lately with Wall Street bets, more people have been getting hurt based on the way this group has come in and essentially squeezed the market dry of all of the volume shares as well as the amount of profit that you could have made if they did not go in and pump and dump these particular stocks. Okay. Let's see here. We got Justice Ackright. He said, I believe in the call option. You still have time, and they went way above 850 before. I know. That's why I'm holding on to it. At this point, Justice is either sink or swim. It really is. I'm gonna hold the option. Either I lose 7,000, I make my money back, or I make a profit off my 7,000. I just do not know yet. So Sheila, if you're looking to invest in a coin, I put out some information. Give me 1 second. Because you can do a coin on Bittrex, okay? Because we're talking about stock today, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, go ahead and put them in. I'm looking up give me 1 second. I actually talked to the president of Acoin, by Acon. I was going to get introduced to Acon virtually. I don't know, our relationship somehow just faded away. I tried to call him and he never returned my call, so I just let it be. But we had 2 conversations where I was going to be introduced to Acon and talking about a coin. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you where to invest in a coin. If that means you want to invest in Africa, Senegal, and the African diaspora, okay? So here we go. This is on Bittrex, Bittrex. This is a global market right now. You cannot invest in any of the U.S. platforms in a coin. You can't. They haven't listed it yet. It's not on the NASDAQ. It's not on the New York Stock Exchange, and it's not on the S&P 500. So essentially, you have to open up a global account. You see right there, ladies and gentlemen, it says global, Bittrex Global. Let me blow this up a little bit more. There you have it, Bittrex Global. Okay, so they're teaching you on that particular website how to buy a coin, okay? How to buy a coin. Let's move right along. I'm going right into my next stock. Give me a second. All right, one of my favorite stocks I must cover very quickly here. One of my favorite stocks that have made me a lot of money. I'm still up over 152%. Is no other. Okay, they're not showing it now. This is crazy. Let me see something, guys. See if I can share this other tab. Give me 1 second. I guess I got to keep going back and forth here. There we go. All right. So here I am. This is NEO. This is one of my favorite stocks. This is one stock I told people when NEO was around $5, $3. A lot of people are making a lot of money. So NEO came out in 2018 of September. And ever since then, NEO has been up 825% the past year, 1,300% the past 3 months, 22%. The past month has been down 5.5% the past week, 8% the past day. That's what I was saying. A lot of my stocks have not been performing well, but we look at this, right? So we track back last year. I was telling people to invest in NEO February, March timeframe, and NEO has been steadily climbing. And what we need to understand is that NEO hit $60. Let me show you here. NEO hit $62.70. Now it has done a market correction, but I want you to see my position in NEO. My portfolio diverse is around 30%. I have 150 shares. As you can see here, let me blow this up. Okay. I have 150 shares of NEO. And my return on NEO is 152%. And my total return is $5,000. So I've made $5,000 off a $3,300 investment, and my total market value is $8,300. That is good money. Okay, that is good bank. Okay, you can't make these things up, ladies and gentlemen. If you invest wisely, if you take great advice, then you can absolutely make money in your investments. Someone once asked me, they say, well, how do you go about looking at particular stocks? How do you go about researching particular stocks? And I've had videos out there. One of the unfortunate fortunates of my channel, I said it correctly. One of the unfortunate fortunates is that I have roughly over 1,000 videos. So I know a lot of people who've been with me for the past 3-4 years, so they've seen majority of my videos. I know a lot of my videos are lengthy. I've been trying to break them down so you can just get that particular information and move on. Okay. Sheila said, yes, I have been looking. Great hope that meeting happened for you. Appreciate it. Okay. On learning about investments has helped me. Okay, good. I'm glad I'm helping somebody, Sheila. That is my goal. At least I'm helping somebody do something positive with their money. Their money is making them money. I hope that I can do that. Now I'm gonna continue to give out the information as I see it, dealing with my research, analytics, and perspective. Okay. Another one of my most favorite stocks that we're about to look at is Plug Power. I absolutely love Plug Power. I believe that Plug Power still has tremendous room for growth. When we look at Plug Power, this stock in the last year has sprouted wings and is now soaring. Over the past 5 years, Plug Power has been up 3,200%. The past year, 963%. The past 3 months, 137%. The past month, been down almost 12%. The past week, almost 14%. And then today, the stocks look like they're coming on a rebound. And a lot of times people want to know why the stock market is rebounding. I'm going to get into that right after this. So as you can tell right here, ladies and gentlemen, I have 125 shares. This is roughly 25% of my portfolio. Let me back out of here. And right here, I'm even up more so with Plug Power. I'm up 235%. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I invested $2,000 in Plug Power, and my profit was $4,900 with a market value of $7,000. So off a $2,000 investment, my total return is $4,900 at a market value of $7,000. So I am doing tremendously well with those particular stocks. I'm doing pretty well. Okay. So the reason why I believe that the stock market made a come around, it turned around today, is I believe it's the federal government's financial advisor, I don't know her position, but I know her last name is Secretary of, not Secretary of Treasury. Is it Yellen? I don't know if she's Secretary of Treasury, but she has been talking about another stimulus package. So if you notice, ladies and gentlemen, anytime you hear rumblings, you hear rhetoric, you hear any sorts of news or communication about another stimulus package where they're going to give the American people, the stock market goes up because investors get motivated that people are going to start investing back in the stock market. You just have to watch the trends. You have to watch the trends. Let's see. Sheila says here, I bought Bio at $4.92. I wish I could have got more early on, including Plug Power. Okay. That's totally understandable. We got Justice here. He says, I'm new here. If I saw that NEO video, I would have invested last year. I'm 300 in on Palantir thanks to you. Well, I'm glad. But I'm going to tell you this, Justice. I've gotten out of Palantir or Palantir technology. I got out of it. I'm not going to say that was a good decision on my part. What I try to do, I try to go really bullish on Tesla because Tesla is making headwaves in the China market. So I said, you know what? I'm going to make some good money here. I'm going to sell I'm going to trade a lot of my stocks and I'm going to buy an option 2 months out on Tesla, thinking that I was going to double my money. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry to tell you, I am $6,000 down in my option. But as me and Justice was talking about earlier, I still have, 2.5 weeks? Please, Tesla. That's what I'm hoping for, but let's move on. Powell Technologies has been a very, very popular stock. I told people to invest in that, and they're making good money off of that. Let's look into some other stocks that I told you guys to invest in. Let's see here. You guys want to look at FERA, one of the marijuana stocks? I think that could be a good stock. That's a stock that's $20 and under. I think that could be a good investment. We can go over that one as well. I think that, it's only been up 66%. It's only been up 66% in the past 5 years. So as we're looking at this, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, again, they've been up 66%, and they came out in 2018. The past year, they've been up 377%. 3 months, 215%. The past month, 53%. The past week, 4%. And then today, they have been up 6%. You see that? The today and the aftermarkets, okay? The post market, the aftermarket. But when we look at this particular stock, they are buy. Look at this. Let me blow this up. I want everyone to see this. Buy 73%, hold 27%, and 0 for sale. This is another stock review that I gave you guys that I say, hey, you should be investing in a FERA. Okay, you should be investing in a FERA. And you can tell right here, here's my history, where I bought 5 contracts, okay? 5 contracts, and I made a little bit of money. I didn't make much money. But I made a little bit of money, okay? Because I bought those contracts. I bought 5 contracts at $210, and I sold them. I only got what? $25 of a return. I mean, I made money, though. I made money. It wasn't much. I thought I was going to do better than I did. And look at Tilray. Tilray is another Canadian stock that I had when Tilray was up to $100-something. Now you see where they are now. I'm glad I sold Tilray. Canopy Growth and Aurora Cannabis. All of these are pretty good stocks, but I do like a FERA. Okay, I'm probably saying that wrong, but I like the way I'm saying it. I like a FERA. I do. And I believe that's a stock that you guys should be investing in. Whether you smoke marijuana or not. I mean, it's listed on the markets. Canada, was it Amsterdam, Canada? I forgot the other countries that the entire country has legalized marijuana. Like the U.S. is slowly doing it. Like the federal government don't want to do it. But I can tell you this. If Kamala Harris does what she was kind of like hinting about, legalizing marijuana for recreational and medicinal use, you guys should be investing in American marijuana stocks, because soon as they legalize it. Now, we understand that I think there's around 15 states that have legalized recreational and medicinal marijuana. See, the medicinal use of marijuana, that a lot of states actually have provisions for you guys to actually go in and have a prescription in order to get medical marijuana. But marijuana is not going to be big in America until about 50% of the states actually legalize it for recreational use. Okay, because there are a lot of people who are going to buy THC products, whether it be edibles, drinks, gummies, brownies, or just plain bud. Okay, people are going to be buying it for different reasons. Some people are just going to try to get high. Some people with sleep apnea or insomnia are going to use it. They want the psychotic effect of the THC versus just the cannabis. People with pain. There's going to be all types of people who are going to buy recreation cannabis, but they won't use it for recreational use. They're going to use it for medical. It might have been difficult for them to get it. So stocks like Afira, as we were talking about, this stock right here, should be profitable for your pockets, for your portfolio. Justice, you're absolutely correct. I did see something about that. Kathy Woods is a beast with ARK Investment, and I support ARK Investment. She's doing her thing out there in ARK Investment. So you guys, ARK Investment has a whole lineup of different stocks. I'm going to show you essentially my portfolio and some of the lists that I have, and you'll see how bullish I am on ARK Investments, okay? I'm watching ARK Investments with a very, very close eye. Give me 1 second here. Where am I at here? Where's my portfolio? Give me 1 second. There we go. Let me get here. And I'm going to show you. If I scroll, nope, that's not it. I can't even get, look at this. This thing is crazy. But we're going to go to ARK Investment very quickly. Now, as you can tell here, ladies and gentlemen, I am actually invested in ARK FinTech. This is one of their newest ones. And they're doing absolutely well, okay? So when we look at this particular ARK FinTech innovation, they just came out 2 years ago. In the past year, they've been up 131%. The past 3 months, they've been up 44%. The past month, almost 17%. The past week, they've been down 1.4%. And today, they've been up 2%, okay? So here I am. I had a market buy of 3.3 shares, and then I bought a contract November 17th. I sold those 3 shares, and I made a slight profit, okay? I made a slight profit, but I think ARK Investment of any kind, you will be doing pretty well with your investments. So I'm not going to do a whole stock review of everything that ARK Invest actually have, because as you can tell, we look down here, you have ARK Autonomous Technology, ARK Geonomic Revolution ETF, ARK Next Generation, and ARK Innovation ETF. So all of these are, really good stocks for you to invest in. And I think that you should do absolutely that. Yeah, El Cool J, I know you just came in. I already said that marijuana is legal for the entire country of Canada. And that's why stocks like Aurora Cannabis, Tilray may come back. If I were you guys, I wouldn't touch Tilray. I could be wrong. I was in Tilray when Tilray was $146, if I'm not mistaken. Let's look at that very quickly. I think that's interesting. Let's deconstruct Tilray very, very quickly. I'm not going to go over too much information, but I remember that I did a review of why I believe that Tilray sank the way they did, okay? So we're looking at Tilray. Here we go. Just for you guys can see it, that's Tilray, as you can tell. And when it first came out, I started to invest in this particular stock, okay? There it is, $146. And right before it dropped tremendously, I sold around this amount of money. Around this particular price point. That's when I started selling. And guess what? I must have read something, because I follow stocks that I make a lot of money, like Neon Plug Power. I follow these stocks very, very closely. And because any sort of bad news can drop the stock. But I believe, I think they went through some federal regulation problems in Canada, and that's never good for any stock. That's never good for any stock. And I sold them. And look, they was up 2018 to $145. And look at this. They just kept dropping, kept dropping. Look at this, 40, 30, 20. Look at this, 6. They dropped all the way down to what it looks like to be $6, $5 from $146. Now, let's just talk about that for a second. If you saw Tilray going up and you say, you know what, the whole country of Canada has legalized weed, so let me invest in Tilray. It looked like it was going to hit $200. And you went in there and you bought 10, 20, 50 stocks for $146. Wouldn't you be sick once that hit $5 a share? You'd be like, oh my gosh. And at that point, I just tell people, just hold on to it. Don't even sell. See, when it comes to investment, guys, you have to be very, very patient. And even in your patience, you can still lose a lot of money. But I promise you, the more patient you are, the more money at the end of the year, you'll have a higher return versus people who are like, oh, it went down because I'm a sell. No, you have to look at a lot of analytics and indicators and news in order to make a well-educated decision. That's what you have to do. Warren Buffett says, and I say it all the time, Warren Buffett says, the transfer of wealth is from the impatient to the patient, meaning those people who are selling their volume of shares, you guys are losing out on a lot of money because when you start to sell your shares because you heard some bad news that probably wasn't going to hurt the stock that much, but you sold, the stock drops down just a little bit, a market correction, a market pullback, or a little tinker, a little flicker in that particular stock. And then with $1,000, $2,000, $1 million, other investment comes in and scoops up your shares, and then the stock bounced back and they make the money you would have made if you'd have been patient. So let's talk about Nathaniel Mitchell said you gotta buy low. Now, I say that all the time. The way you make money is you buy low, you sell high. But with that, you have to take that with a grain of salt because what's essentially low? Now, if we all would have bought Amazon when it was $1, right? What if I would have bought 150 shares of Amazon for $1? And Amazon is what? $3,300. We're going to go over Amazon. We're going to go over Amazon because we would have made a buttload of money. Okay? But again, the problem with buy low, sell high, and I'll say it, you don't know. But I always teach people to go into what? Invest in the IPO because that's essentially buying low. That is essentially buying low when you buy into the IPO. And none of us was not even thinking about Amazon when he first became public, okay? But let's look at this. The past 5 years, Amazon has been up 525%. Amazon is still a phenomenal stock. Guess what? I used to work for Amazon. Amazon gave me 50 shares. Over the past year, 50%. Over the past 3 months, 4.6%. Over the past week here, they've been down 0.22%. And then today, they've been down roughly 2.5 points. But again, would I buy Amazon now? If anybody's familiar with the tech channel Falsey Carter, I'm going to say what he says. The price is too goddamn high. I'm not buying Amazon no more. Now, what I would do, if you guys want to get into Amazon again with Robinhood, WeBull, M1 Finance, you can buy into fractions. And I always tell people, if you love a stock, if you know where it's going, you think it's going to do well, then go in and invest 10, 20, 30, 50, $100. You'll still make some good money. But another way to make money is buy ETFs where stocks like Tesla and Amazon and Google are in that particular ETF. And for you people who are not familiar with ETFs, ETFs are essentially a basket of stocks in the same industry and or sector. So when it comes to technology, people look at Amazon as a commerce or e-commerce, which they are. They're also logistics. They're also a tech company. That's what people do not affiliate Amazon with. Amazon is a conglomerate tech company. They go out and they buy other tech companies. Let's look at this very quickly. Some of you may just need to be a little more education on Amazon. Why they're taking me here? You got to be more careful. All right, let's look at this. Let's see what they have Amazon as, okay? I want you guys to see it for yourself, okay? I'm going to blow this up and then I'm going to share my screen with you guys. Give me 1 second. Because this is what we all need to understand. Amazon. Now, right under Amazon.com, you see e-commerce company, but read what the company is about. It says Amazon is an American multinational technology company based in Seattle, Washington, which focus on the e-commerce, cloud computing, and digital streaming and artificial intelligence. Ladies and gentlemen, back in the 90s, they asked Jeff Bezos what type of company was Amazon, and he said that Amazon is not a book company. It's a tech company that actually sells books. It's not a book company that deals in tech. So that's what you guys need to understand when it comes to Amazon. Amazon is a technology company first, because when I was an operation manager there, they had robotic arms lifting up pallet jacks and putting them on different, then they have the Kiva field. The Kiva field is like essentially a huge Roomba vacuum. You know, the robotic vacuums, but they have these stacks of shelves on them on this computerized field that they're moving around by themselves. Then they also have these pallet jacks that are computerized, that are autonomous, and goes and pick up different packages and shipments throughout the warehouse and take them to another part of the warehouse. It's phenomenal. When you get there, the first week you're kind of blown away with all the technology. And then after a week or so, it's kind of, it gets regular, like a new job. You got the new smell off. That's how Amazon is. But Amazon's a technology company. Amazon's a technology company. Don't just look at it as an e-commerce, right? It's way more than an e-commerce, okay? Thank you, Nathaniel Mitchell. Thank you for saying that. Sheila says, some stocks are overpriced. Indeed. And thank you, El Cool J. I try to speak the facts as I know them with my perspective, nonetheless. Okay. I've been known to be, well, I haven't been wrong lately. I want to be wrong so I can put my foot in my mouth, but I haven't been wrong lately. I've been wrong about this damn Tesla option, man. I'm sick to my stomach, man. But I chop it up to the game because we've all lost money buying stupid stuff, buying other people's stuff that didn't deserve it. The list is astonishing, right? All right, let me get back on task here. Let's look at a couple of more stocks. Anybody want to see any stocks that they're actually interested? Oh, here's the information. I'm glad they popped this up. Okay, I'm glad they popped this up. I want to show you guys this. All right. This is the lady right here. Let me share my screen with you guys. Now, I forgot her position. It says stocks traded mostly flat on Friday, reversing early gains, and headed for a mixed week even after Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen said a large stimulus package coming, okay? So they're talking about how they're going to give another stimulus package now. Okay, I'm not going to get into this story because we're going to go back to our stock review, but that was the information that they gave out, ladies and gentlemen, that, they're going to do another stimulus installment to the American people. I don't know where they're getting all this money from. I'm lying. In America, we just print money. It's like, hey, just print it out. Just print the money out, guys. We don't care. Just print it out. All right, what else should we look at? I'm not going to touch GameStop. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going over GameStop. Leave GameStop alone for right now. Leave GameStop alone right now. You know what? Let's talk about Pfizer. We know that Pfizer with Moderna is one of the companies that has I don't want to trigger the YouTube algorithm. I'm going to say a solution. They have a solution for the current virus that's out. Okay. So right now we're looking at Pfizer. I don't want to trigger the algorithms of YouTube. So I'm just going to say for the current virus that's out. So we're going to look at Pfizer. And over the past 5 years, Pfizer has been up only 16.5%. The past year, down. The past 3 months, down 6%. The past month, down 6%. The past week, down 1%. And there's the thing about pharmaceutical companies, ladies and gentlemen. When it comes to pharmaceutical companies, anybody ever played Double Dutch before? That is pharmaceutical companies. You got to be like, You're going to get in, you're investing, and then you get out. Because whether you're investing in Pfizer or Moderna, very, 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 very risky investments. You have to watch that not only every day, but you might want to go check your portfolio every hour on the hour when it comes to that particular stock. That is what you want to do. That is what you do. Good evening, Wendell. B1, my brother. B1. Good evening, D. Nice. Thank you for this tapping in. I appreciate that. I love the support from this channel. Thank you for helping me grow this channel, ladies and gentlemen. I do appreciate it. Hopefully, I'm giving you guys valuable information, whether it be economic, social, or politics. But nonetheless, let's get back into it. Now, again, I'm not touching Pfizer. I'm advising you guys not to touch Pfizer. But this is the reason why Pfizer is doing good. These dividends, 4.39%. Now, Pfizer is a company that's been around since the 1800s. Okay, and that's why a lot of people still invest in Pfizer, because the company has been around so long. But I'm not going to touch Pfizer. I'm really not. You know, there's some pharmaceutical companies I'm not going to get involved with, and Pfizer is one of them. Let's go over to Moderna, and we're going to talk about the virus. We're going to talk about the solution that these guys actually fix up. And again, I'm replacing some of these words here so I don't trigger the YouTube algorithm. You know, they start acting weird when you talk about the actual virus and stuff like that, when you start naming the virus for what it is. So right now, we're going to head over to Moderna. We're going to look at this very, very quickly. And as we see here, ladies and gentlemen, the tag that you see here is a 50% buy from Robinhood. And then we look into the time chart down here. The past 5 years, Moderna has only been out since 2018, but they've been up 694% the past year, 815% past 3 months, 94% the past month, 42% the past week. They've been down 4.15%. And today they've been up 3.10%. So when it comes to Moderna, this is a much, much better buy than it is with Pfizer. Much, much. And it says right here, look at the news. Moderna stock outperforms market on a strong trading day. Europe orders an additional, listen to this, Europe orders an additional 150 million doses of Moderna's vaccine. Wow. Think about that. Europe ordered 150 million doses of the vaccine. 150 million. So that's why Moderna is continuing to do well. When you talk about Pfizer and you look at that low price point, a lot of you are like, you know what I'm saying, with the bird hands. No, I'm not going to touch Pfizer. But if you have the market capital, if you have the money to invest in Moderna, in my opinion, that is a better buy. And with this information, ladies and gentlemen, again, I tell people, take it with a grain of salt. I cannot predict how the market is going to perform. I can only give you the information as I see it, which could possibly make you hundreds and thousands of dollars, or you can lose $100,000. But I just want to be real with you guys. I see we got Miss Pollard in the chat tonight. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening. D Nice says major bio stock is very risky, but other upcoming biotech stocks outperform. Absolutely. Anytime you guys invest in bio stocks, be very, very careful. Be very, very careful. Now I'm gonna open up the chat room for anybody who has any comments, anybody who has any questions. I'm gonna leave a link inside the chat room. There you have it. The link is in the chat room. If you guys want to join me with or without your video, you can absolutely do that. But if you have any questions or comments, this is the time to do it before I get off. I'm about to come to an end because really there's a lot of great stocks out there, ladies and gentlemen, and that's why I give you the stock reviews on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And the members of my channel, I have not forgotten you, okay? I have not forgotten you. Like Miss Pollard in China, I am going to release a video either Saturday or Sunday. Like in Texas, we had rolling power outages. I couldn't release it. I could barely release some of the regular content. I was rushing. Okay. So nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, that is my time for this evening. Thank you for joining me. This is Financial Literacy 101. Learn money and be inspired. And tomorrow, don't forget, tomorrow around 7 to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, I'm going to do my cigar talk where we talk about religion. We talk about politics. We talk about social economics. We talk about everything under the sun just for fun. So check me out tomorrow evening, again, between 7 and 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I'll see you guys then. I'm out.